It's time to say goodbye. My old friends retired. Goodbye. Good afternoon, golfers. Welcome back to the Average Club Golfer. My name is Dave. I'm once again back here down the practice fairway, continuing the trials and tribulations of an average club golfer. If this is for you, like and subscribe. I've got a very exciting video coming up for you. I've got an update on recent results after the Masters and something a wee bit special. As I said, I've not been this excited for a long time, and this is why. Because if we take a wee look up inside the golf bag, you will see some beautiful shiny new irons, couple of new wedges, and a wee old school wedge as well. So the trusty riders have gone and we've updated to a brand new set of irons and also wedges. But before we have a wee closer look at them, let's see what our recent results have been. So we played the Wednesday medal immediately after the Masters, which we won, by the way, which we're still chuffed about. So the first Wednesday medal after that we played, and a very respectable gross 74, -5 for a net 69, which was very nice. And then I was working the weekend after that, so couldn't make a weekend comp, but I played the next Wednesday medal after that as well. And we shot up a wee bit to 79, which wasn't too good. 2 double bogeys in there. And then the following week, this is where things started to hot up. I bought the new clubs on the Friday, and I went out and played Saturday medal, and I gave my old Ryder Synchrons the farewell tour, and here it turned out not a bad wee round. It started with a bogey on the first and second, however the third hole, par 3, sorry that's a lie, par 4, I drove it up just to the left side. My trusty old Ryder 3-iron, 215 yard shot, big booming draw right up to about 1.5 feet for a tap-in eagle, which was a fantastic start. And I held up my wee 3-iron, and do you know what I said to it? I says to him, why am I getting rid of your clubs? Why am I getting rid of yous? Oh, what one of the best golf shots I've ever had. So that brought me back to level par. Bogeyed the 4th, and then the 5th, a wedge into 2 feet for a birdie, for one of the best starts of golf I've ever had. And again, I was cussing myself, what am I getting rid of my clubs for? That all went out the window when coming up to the 6th, par 3, I chunked my drive into the front bunker, so I had about a 40-yard sand shot, absolutely horrible, knifed it into the field out of bounds and made a quadruple bogey 7. Then went round, played the rest. On the 14th, also a par 3, I made a double bogey 5. So for 2 par 3s, I was 6 over par. So 1 eagle. I also managed to pick up 2 further birdies on the way round. So 1 eagle, 3 birdies, a few bogeys in between, and they 2 nonsense holes. So I managed to finish the round, the farewell tour, with the old golf clubs that I've had best part of 25 years. I managed to shoot a very nice gross 75, so 6 over par. Like I said, a fun round, and it was goodbye riders. We then had a PCGA Society League match up here at Clydebank District, and the debut of the new clubs, and very happy to report that they seem to do the business. I had a gross 73, so 4 over par for a net 68, and managed to pick up maximum points for the PCGA League, which I'm currently romping. So yes, the highlight of the round, second hole, par 3, 9 iron. I flicked this thing, it landed pin high, jumped up and then screwed back to about 2.5 feet. So for a confidence booster with the new clubs, couldn't be any happier. I did have the usual, it wasn't all like that. I'm an average club golfer after all. Bit of good, bit of bad, but that was a highlight. So let's get into the most exciting thing that's happened to me as a golfer in a very long time. Just a wee bit of background on why I've changed my club. So last year when I was getting a wee bit better and better, I went for a couple of fitting sessions, and it was just to see, first of all, if I could maybe hit a blade, which I couldn't. I needed a wee bit of forgiveness. However, some of the bladed clubs that are out right now are unbelievable. The Wilson staff model blades are some of them, is probably the best looking golf club that I've ever seen. I also tried Cobras, I also tried some Callaways, and I also tried some Mizunos. And the up-to-date Mizunos that I tried, obviously the 221s, which are the bladed version, and then a wee step up for that, the 223s, which is the MMC version, so the multi-metal composition. And these were the best clubs that I've ever hit. However, I've not gone for the 223s. But let's take a wee look and I'll explain part of my choice why. So my weapon of choice is the previous version of the 223. So I've gone for the Mizuno MP20 MMC version. Now, I'm not a big club fan, I don't know much about these, but these clubs are absolute works of art. I'm not a Mizuno fanboy, right? I've heard the old expression, nothing feels like a Mizuno. Well, nothing felt like my Ryder Synchrons, and these clubs are absolutely unbelievable. Not only have we updated the irons, so I went for a 4 to pitch and wedge set. I've introduced some wedge game here, and I've went for a 50 and a 56 degree Cleveland RTX 6 zip core wedge, and the 50 and the 56. I don't know a lot about wedges, right? Like I said, I'm not a very big club person. I was in the golf shop. By the way, all these clubs are all second hand, by the way. All of them are all second hand. But I was in the shop and I was having a wee look, and I spent about an hour in there. So that's the makeup. I'm going to have a wee hit in a minute. But the driver's the same. 3-wood the same. Hybrid putter. From 4 up to pitch and wedge, we are now Mizuno MP20 MMCs. Cleveland Zipcore RTX 6 wedges, and I've also got this wee old school bad boy in here as well. This is my dad's old Ram Tom Watson scoring system, beryllium copper, 55 degree sand wedge. And the reason I've got this in, I'll come into this in a wee second, is the zip and the spin that I get on these new wedges is unbelievable. But what I also like is a wee bit old school, back to the way I like to play some pitch shots, with a wee bit less spin, a wee bit less release, and this is the perfect club which just fits in between. So that's what we're packing right now, and as I said, that a wee bit of nostalgia, as it was my dad's old club, and I've got that about 2 weeks ago, and that is an absolute weapon as well. So we're fully loaded, and let's have a wee chat about how they feel. So first of all, the biggest difference is the grip. and I had old leather wrap grips as well, but these are Golf Pride. I can't remember what type they are, but it doesn't bother me that much. By the way, they are regular shaft as well. Regular KBS Tour 90s. And the biggest difference, first of all, is the grip. It's a wee bit thicker than what I'm used to, but it does fit round the glove. It sticks to the glove nice as well. So that's the biggest difference. Second difference is obviously the look behind the club. These are a lot thinner and a lot different than my old clubs. However, I'm going to turn that into an advantage. And why that's turned into an advantage is because when I'm addressing the ball, I've got so much more focus on the sweet spot, and I need to make sure that I get contact even better than what I have been as well. So yeah, it's a wee bit smaller, doesn't intimidate me, I don't care. I know I can hit these. But with the smaller heads, it just lasers me in a wee bit, and it also makes me want to hit the centre of the club more often. And again, it's part of the reason why I've upgraded these. I upgraded and picked these clubs. Ultimately, to get better at golf and hit better golf shots. The next big difference has been on distances, and within my scorecard holder I've got this wee handy guide here because I'm still not quite used to them, and these are my carry distances, and these are quite similar to my old clubs but one club up. Okay, so I used to hit my old 3 iron 205 yards, my 4 iron about 188 to 190, and I used to hit my 5 iron 172 to 175 yards. So as you can see, a bit of a big difference. For 165, before that would be a clear 6 iron, it's now a 7. 8, 9 and 10 obviously as well. So 128, that used to be a 9 iron, it's now a pitching wedge. The wedges are so much more confident now as well. I've got an exact number 115 for the 50, and for the wee 56, anything from 100 yards in, and I've then got to adjust it if it's a wee bit shorter. So I've got this wee guide that I'm carrying about with me because I'm just not quite sure of it just now. Laminated as well, just to keep it nice, because I'm a bit of a, I don't know, you might feel that this is a bit silly, but for me, this is a great wee tool to get me used to things. And also, I'm not going to be afraid to adjust this if I have to, if I've not got this spot on. So that could move, but it's a nice wee handy thing that I've got, because these things are so much stronger. Lofts on golf clubs these days are so much stronger, and that's why they're going further, not because I'm a better golfer. So let's have a wee quick swatch of the new wedges. First of all, I went for a 50 degree and a 56 degree. Good reason for that as well, to continue the gapping on the clubs. So the pitching wedge is 46 degrees. My old pitching wedge was 48 degrees I believe, and my old sand wedge was 55 or 56. It looks similar to the 56, so that's why I chose them. A wee bit of familiarity with the 56 definitely on the loft side, the 50 just to keep a good bit of gapping. My old pitching wedge was my favourite club in the bag, and this wee bad boy is quickly becoming it. I've done a lot of practice with it. Let's take a wee look. So we're just having a wee look at the 50 degree Cleveland wedge at the moment, and it's an absolute work of art from the manufacturer. Apparently these things in the wet perform 46% better or something, I don't know, but the main reason for that is the massive spin on them. So lovely grooves in here, but there's milling and grinding all over it. I don't know exactly what it is, because I'm not exactly one of these mad golf enthusiasts, but nice, or club enthusiast, but lovely milling on the outside as well, which just adds to the look of it. It's a fantastic looking piece of equipment from Cleveland. Cleveland do have the reputation for their wedges, and it kind of influenced my decision. I looked at everything. Vokies were just a wee bit too on the thin side. These are absolute spin machines. They look good at a dress, they feel good, and I can use them as well, so pretty fortunate. Like I said, this 50 is now my 115 yard club, and the big thing on them was the control that you can get off them. They're bladed clubs, but so forgiving and so much more spin on them. So again, picking a number, going for it, being confident in it, it's just really kind of picked up my confidence really, and I am beginning to get a lot more spin on them as well, which is also making me want to become a better wedge player. So different types of shot, different types of spin, taking some off it. If I go for a real spinny one here, out to in, club goes left, hands in the old P1 position. You know what I'm talking about? Right underneath them. And I shoot a bit of tour sauce on that. The other way, a wee low cutter, a wee low runner, wee Colin Morikawa special. Do you see him the other week doing this? There it comes in nice and low, couple of bounces and then grabs. And also the high cutter with a bit of spin. Bang, one bounce, stops. Great clubs. I'm so happy about these wedges. They're just brilliant. I just love them so much. And that wasn't a very good strike, but who cares? And now onto the 56. Part of the reason I got these is the 56 anyway, similar loft to my old sand wedge. So I did want a wee bit of familiarity on that, I'm not going to lie. Again, great looks, feels great, forgiveness is unreal. And now, high floppers with a lot of spin. There you go. Wee chip and runners. Couple of bounces and it stops. Bunker shots. You get right underneath them. No bother. 100 yards to the green. I've now got a 100-yard club. Full shot. Very good, very nice. Told you I was excited about these clubs. So there you have it, the brand new set makeup for myself. I'm not going to lie, this is probably the most excited I've been about golf for a long time. I've got irons, modern irons, that are made to hit today's golf balls, alright? I've had clubs that I've used for the best part of 25 years. Made in 1984, and I'm using that when current players have got so much more advantage of me, and now it makes it, I'm kind of ruined the fact that I kept on to my old clubs, because the difference with these new clubs is unbelievable. The launch, the spin, the control you can put on them, the shot shaping I can make with them, it's made me so excited for golf. My enthusiasm levels are through the roof. I've got new club syndrome. Every single one has to be polished, cleaned to the exact. I need them shiny, because These are the clubs that are going to do me for the rest of my life. I've been fortunate where I have had a nice wee start with them. My confidence is good. Are they going to make me a better golfer? No. Alright, let's forget that. I've still got to then put in the work. And something, a very good quote, if you follow Genevieve Ling, who's one of the LPGA or the European Tour ladies who I watch religiously. She said in one of her last videos, she went out and it was a public course, she played it and it was an absolute couch, so she didn't care about what her score was. One of the things she said, and it's a sage bit of wisdom, is she went out there to play golf shots, not golf scores. So with my added focus is now on super tight ball striking. I'm going to go out and I'm going to play golf shots with my golf clubs now, no golf score. Is it going to make a difference? Who knows? But with some modern equipment, I hope it's going to make an average club golfer maybe a wee bit of a better golfer. So, keep on grinding, keep playing golf. I'm going to go and get stuck into the practice with these guys. I've got a couple of nice destinations coming up on my next 2 videos, because I'm lucky enough to be able to go up to St Andrews this weekend, where I'm going to be playing the fantastic Kittocks course at Fairmont St Andrews, and then the following week I'm working, so I can't play Wednesday Meadow, but we are off on tour up to Aviemore for the NC annual tournament round the beautiful Spey Valley golf course. So we're away for Clydebank for a wee bit, on tour with the average club golfer. I hope you tune in. Thanks for watching.